I'd like to call the May 22nd, 2024 meeting of the Ogden Town Board to order. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
I'd ask you to remain standing for a moment of silent reflection and prayer for military servicemen and women serving around the world, as well as for our first responders. Thank you. Well, thank you all for attending this evening. We're going to start with a public hearing for local law number 4. And Katie, if you wouldn't mind reading that, and then Mr. Schraub, if you wouldn't mind, and then we'll open it up.
Please take notice that the town board of the town of Ogden shall hold and conduct a public hearing to consider the enactment of introductory local law number 4 of 2024, which public hearing will be held and conducted at the Ogden Community Center, 269 Ogden Center Road, Westport, New York, 14559, on the 22nd day of May 2004 at 7 p.m., and at which hearing all interested persons shall be heard concerning the subject matter thereof. The purpose local law proposes to allow the planning board of the town of Ogden to utilize the cluster development provisions of section 278 of New York Town Law with respect to the development of a single-family residential subdivision within the town of Ogden designated as Stonewall Estates subdivision, as said lands are more particularly described in such local law. A full and complete text of such proposed local law is presently on file at the Ogden Community Center, where it may be examined by all interested persons during normal business hours.
Nice job, thank you. Mr. Schraub.
Good evening, everyone. I'm John Schraub with Land Tech, representing Stonewall Development. And the legal description is a very accurate depiction. This is a 41-lot subdivision called Stonewall Estates, previously approved back in '06, and kind of blew the dust off the plans and want to come back to the town. So we're asking the town to adopt the cluster law again, and then we look forward to making application for reapproval to the planning board in the near future.
Very good. Is there anybody that is here that would like to speak on this item, public hearing, local law number 4?
I would just comment, Mr. Supervisor, that at the time that this project was originally approved, it was 281 of the town law, and it had to do with density and open space and whatever. The state reconstituted the law into section 278, which was basically a lot of the same criteria, but it's intended to allow for the preservation of views and vistas of adjoining property, so that there's not a great interruption that the development causes to what's there presently, or as little as possible.
Yeah, and from what I understand, it was obviously previously approved. Changes to town law has caused them to be before us today. This board is rather proactive in trying to provide, residency, full-time residency opportunities for people that want to come be part of our town. It's in our comp plan. It's an initiative that I have, that we all have, and we think that this fits this. Otherwise, we wouldn't have put it on here. So open it up one last time if there's anybody that's here that would like to talk about this item. Seeing none, I will close the public hearing. Thank you, Mr. Schraub. All right, take care.
Thanks, John.
All right, next we'll move on to approval of the minutes, Resolution 163.
So moved. Second?
Moved by Councilman Baker, second by Councilman Toms. Why did I have that weird in my head and written down? What does it say? Okay. Any questions? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All right, it passes. My goodness.
Jet lag.
Oh, man, no audits for this part of the month. A couple of items there in correspondence.
Privilege of the floor.
Oh, my goodness. Thank you, sir. Is there anyone here that wishes to address the board at this time on any topic under privilege of the floor? Seeing none, I will close privilege of the floor. Thank you. On to reports from town officers. So we had a couple of our special police officers graduate this past Saturday. So Officer Boer, who also owns a cleaning service that works here, Josh Drake, and then our animal control officer, Ariel Ambrose. She certainly did not have to do that, but it really puts her much more closely to the credentials of our former animal control officer, and there's just a lot more that can be done now in the reinforcement of those laws. So congratulations to them. Excited to have them be through that part of the academy. Last Thursday, we had the New York State Driving Safety Course for many of our employees, and here it was riveting, and so we got some additional training there. Last week, we also had National Police Week, and so we stopped down with some proclamation that the board had signed for OPD. This week, we have two more to give out, the National EMS Week and National Public Works Week. So we'll be visiting Gates Volunteer Ambulance and also have a proclamation for the Highway Department as well. Our maintenance department assisted in the cleaning and washing of the memorials at Memorial Park in the Village. Assisted with the veterans groups that are obviously putting on Monday's ceremony. It looks really good. It looks really, really good. So good job to them. And then we met with Upstate Alarm, continuing just, trying to get a firm grasp on the lockdown procedures in an emergency. We talked about that last meeting in our emergency handbook. So that's it for me. Move on to Councilman Baker.
Thank you. I don't really have a whole lot tonight, other than the Spencerport Volunteer Firemen's Carnival is going to be held the first week of June. Dates are June 5th through the 8th. The parade is on the 6th. Just a reminder that all elected officials are invited to participate in the parade, so you can go to their website to sign up for that, but it is only open to elected officials, so hope you guys all sign up and love to see you there.
Thank you.
And that's it for me.
I am going to jump back in and just be very specific about Memorial Day. The Memorial Day Parade
I was gonna ask about that.
is on Monday, on the 27th, and maybe more of an open conversation. I have 9 o'clock. That's the parade start time.
Yeah, 9 to 10.
And usually it's a good idea to get there about 15 minutes early.
Yep.
It's,
Right on West Avenue.
yeah,
Yep.
right there in that parking lot. And bring a couple of dollars. I always forget that part, to buy poppies.
Yep.
Okay. Thank you. Councilman Gerino.
Nothing to report.
Councilman Hinman.
Nothing to report.
Councilman Toms.
Very briefly, I did meet with the library last week, and they went over a few policies, which I'm sure you're aware of, but, and they also talked about a grant they received to do some updating to their restrooms for an ALA grant, so I thought that was great.
Yeah, they actually, what I really appreciate is they came and asked, what do we think we should use this on? Because it is our building. And one of the things that I had said is, you get a variety of ages and circumstances in that building, and it'd be best to really kind of work on the ADA part of the bathrooms out there, so.
Yep.
Good investment. Thank you,
That's
sir. Dan Wolf, Highway Superintendent.
The 8th of June, we have our hazardous waste, 8 o'clock in the morning. That will be doing hazardous waste, the electronics and the shredding. It's filling up. Also, on the road work that you got tonight, the 280 Ford is, we put a lot of roads that were gonna be, we plan on paving a few roads this year, and when I took the guy out to look at our roads, and other towns would kill for the roads that we got, so we decided to slurry seal a lot more roads to cover just about every road in town. We'll have them within 4 to 5 years, we have them surface treated, so we're doing good on the roads. That's it.
Thank you very much, sir. Our interim town clerk. Very well done. And then our town attorney, Dan Shum.
Just really the last couple of weeks, I think following our work session a couple of weeks ago, I guess I'm sort of the funnel of stuff that, from the developers, engineers, they've been twisting my ear and sending emails and telling me how anxious they are to move forward with all of that development and rezoning up in the Buffalo Road area that the board, I expressed that I didn't see any major opposition, at least there was no vote taken, but it seemed to be in concert with a comprehensive plan and good planning. So pretty much that's what I've been doing the last couple of weeks.
Very good. Thank you, sir. Okay, there being no other unfinished business, we'll move to new business and start with Resolution 164. Madam Clerk.
Resolution 164, authorizing the acceptances of donation from Miss Suzanne Haley in the amount of $2,000 for the purpose of enhancing the Ogden Senior Nutrition Program.
So moved.
Second?
Moved by Councilman Gerbino, seconded by Councilman Hinman. Any discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Item carries. Next, please.
Resolution 165, authorizing the acceptances of donations from Overtron Productions in the amount of $100 for the purpose of purchasing items needed for the Ogden Special Police.
So moved.
Second?
Moved by Councilman Tom, seconded by Councilman Hinman. Any discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Item carries. Next, please.
Resolution 166, authorizing the acceptances of a grant from Finger Lakes Municipal Health Insurance Trust for the purpose of supporting the town's wellness initiatives for employees.
So moved.
Second?
Moved by Councilman Baker, seconded by Councilman Gerbino. Any discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Item carries. Next, please.
Resolution 167, authorizing the acceptance of an additional grant from Finger Lakes Municipal Health Insurance Trust for the purpose of promoting wellness-related activities of employees and reimbursing them for participating in such activities.
I'll move that.
Second it.
Moved by Councilman Hinman, seconded by Councilman Toms. Any discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Item carries. Next, please.
Resolution 168, authorizing the appointment of Karina Fantuzzo to the position of part-time, non-competitive clerk 3 in the Town of Ogden Personnel Department.
So moved. I'll second it.
Moved by Councilman Gerbino, seconded by Councilman Toms. Any discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Item carries. Next, please.
Resolution 169, authorizing an amendment to Resolution 79 to account for services performed by the Town of Ogden Highway Department.
So moved.
Second?
Moved by Councilman Baker, seconded by Councilman Hinman. Any discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Item carries. Next, please.
Resolution 170, authorizing Ogden Town Supervisor Mike Zale to execute an extension agreement by and between the Town of Ogden and the Spencer Fork Central School District regarding use of the school district fueling facility.
So moved.
Second.
Moved by Councilman Gerbino, seconded by Councilman Baker, noting the correction, the clerical correction. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Item carries. Next, please.
Resolution 171, designated various items owned by the Town of Ogden as surplus and authorizing the disposal of said items pursuant to the provision of town law.
So moved.
I'll second that.
Moved by Councilman Hinman, seconded by Councilman Toms. Any discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Item carries. Next, please.
Resolution
It's 172.
Resolution 172, authorizing the hiring and rehiring of individuals as part-time temporary recreation attendants in the Town of Ogden's Parks and Recreation Department.
So moved. Second.
Moved by Councilman Toms, seconded by Councilman Gerbino. Any discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Item carries. Next, please.
Resolution 173, appointing Jesse Morano as a full-time permanent recreation
So moved.
Second.
Moved by Councilman Baker, seconded by Councilman Hinman. Any discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Item carries. I would make a motion to move to work session.
Second.
Seconded by Councilman Toms. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay, we are in work session.